Hey everybody, I got over my issues and it felt so good. My work was so effective that I scheduled the class. It's a week from this Saturday, April 6th, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. $40. Go to my website. It is kismet.com. You can just go to courses and select the very first course, which is, you'll see it's the only one that's $40. There's only 2 classes listed. And the other one is just a really general one. It's very good. It's a very comprehensive one. I did it with Laura years ago, just a basic foundation of the cards. But this one that I just uploaded is it's for the face cards and how each face card is like it's your personality, your archetype when you are in a particular role. So the ace is when you're in your inner child. The jack is when you're in your creative or your adolescent. The which makes me wonder if it's like sequentially, like each archetype is sort of like for a period of your life because the suits are laid out that way. So, hey Jeannie. Aw. Oh, my other channel, and I didn't go live on my other channel, but I meant to, and it's just my name, Paula Kruger, Krueger. That's probably somewhere in this. I don't even know if I have my name listed here. But that's my other channel, it's just my name. But yeah, the other one was just about how I was having fear of self-actualization, just going through a crisis because I had such a great interview, which I will try to figure out how to post on my site. I don't know how to do that, post somebody else's video on your site or a link to it. But the website is called, where I had the interview yesterday is called Bold and Brave TV. And if you put in the search bar my name, Paula Kruger, Krueger, with Echo Bodine, her name, ECHO, Echo Bodine, or Bold and Brave TV, you'll find it. And it was such a great interview that I just descended into self-actualization hangover, and I got out of it, and I scheduled my class. This is what my whole psyche life has been waiting for me to do, so I finally did it. So today, yeah, and if you sign up for the class, I put my number there, so shoot me a text, and I know this isn't customary, but I'm still figuring this out. I don't know how to include in your purchase of the class a link to the class because I haven't created that yet. I'm such a troglodyte. So for today, if you know the composite of your relationship and you know the day that you got together, you don't have to have the exact day, although that card is significant to your relationship. But what I've found that is more significant, and I've been able to look at this over a 13-year period with my partner, is the composite card applied to the day-ish that you got together. And then you can use this book to figure it out. So I'm going to use my daughter as an example. She just called and she said, so is there a card that would kind of explain what my boyfriend and I are going through right now? And I was like, yes, there actually is. I haven't tried this in a long time. So the composite card to their relationship, and you guys know how to do that, right? You add the value of your card, the solar value, to the solar value of their card. And if you want me to do a little analysis of yours, if you want to be my little guinea pig, go ahead and share with me. If you can, it would truncate it and help me figure out less, but the composite card and when you got together. So their composite card is the 10 of Hearts. So I go to this book and I look up 10 of Hearts. And then I said, when did you get together? And she said, February 10th, she had the exact day, of 2022, which would mean that they are 2 years old and just about to leave their Mercury period. So I look at the 2 years old of the relationship. You've been compositing everything? Isn't that so fun? Like, what's my composite with today? I've never even tried that. I should do that. What is today? Today is March 27th. That would be the same as April 25th. 23rd. So that would be the 9 of clubs. The value of the 9 of clubs is 22. Yeah, is 22. So I would add 22 to 33 and get the composite for the day. 22 plus 33 is 55, minus 52 is 3 of hearts. Yeah, it's been a weird day. Right? Jeannie says, never done more adding or subtracting in my life. Except fifth grade, right? So, yeah, 3 of hearts is a really freaking weird card. I don't know much about it, but it has just been a bang weird day. Oh, it's my ascending Pluto. No wonder. No fucking wonder. You just thought of doing that before? That's crazy. So we're like building a vibe with our group. We're like tuning into each other at all. Oh my God. That is a lot of information, isn't it, Jeannie? That's really fun. So yeah, figure out what your composite relationship is to today, the 9 of clubs, which is 22. Yeah, 3 of hearts. Then figure out where that card is in your, like, what's your relationship to it. The 3 of hearts happens to be in my hand. It's ascending Pluto. Aren't they so on point? It's crazy. Okay, so continuing with my daughter and her boyfriend. She'll never watch this. You don't know who she is, so we can talk about her. So it's the 10 of hearts. So I look at the age of the relationship and I said, okay, you're just leaving your Mercury period, and when you're just getting ready to leave a planetary period, sometimes it intensifies and sometimes it sucks even more. And the reason why, the way I frame this, because I'm just about love, is that the universe is saying, okay, wrap it up, cram for the test, or take advantage of the remaining time you have. It's an opportunity. Take advantage of it, and it intensifies. So at the end of their Mercury period, they are experiencing the Queen of Hearts and the King of Diamonds. So what's interesting about this, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, the Queen of Hearts is her dad's card, and all of her dad issues have been coming up during this period, and she's like, oh my God. And the Queen of Hearts is such a weird card because, like, it's supposed to be this feminine love card, but because its first 3 cards are the crown line, it's very commanding, controlling. I was like, oh my God, you have King of Spades and Mars right now, so your arguments are like, my King of Spades paradigm and the 10 of clubs is paradigm, 8 of diamonds is I'm always right, my paradigm is the right one. And that's exactly what they've been running into. And so I was like, do this giving and receiving energy thing where you take turns and you say, because Queen of Hearts is Neptune, it's a time to really, like, you can be all about illusion and addiction and stuff like that. But you can also say, what's my ideal? Take advantage of the high vibe of Neptune and say, what is my ideal? So that's a little clue for whenever you have a Neptune influenced card, especially the Queen of Hearts or the 10 of Spades. Say, what's my dream come true? And I said, just give each other time to just share that. And then it can be like a talking stick. It can be this neutral energy instead of like, you're not giving this to me. You can be like, I would just love to feel really, really emotionally safe when I come home. I would like to come home and feel like I can be playful with you or whatever. Okay, comment. Jeannie says, I get the composite card and then I look at the work of each part, but then add the work to each other, which gives another card, which is your reward. And I can see how the work of each side gives like a result of the work. That's exactly true. It gives the result of the work. I love that. You're doing it. You're doing it. There's one more step. When you add the reward card to your card again, so like, you bring it down and then you add it to your card again and add it to their card. You get 2 cards. What I've named this is your opportunity. Like, oh, now that we're kind of good with each other and we're resting in this reward, and our reward was a house, and it took us 12 years to get here. We broke up, got back together, immediately set upon the work of manifesting this place. And now that we're there, I have the Jack of Clubs opportunity, which is like genius, concept, explode with ideas, and like this teacher archetype, like the fun teacher. That's the Jack of Clubs. I love the Jack of Clubs. it is my descending Pluto, but from the 9 of Hearts, Mercury, Venus, it's my Jupiter. So I love this. I add the reward to each birth card. Yes, you add the reward to the birth card, and then you get, yeah, that composite reward, and then you get the opportunity. And his opportunity is the 7 of Hearts, and he's been talking about forgiveness. Oh, I just let go of expectations around my family, and like he's not all the way there, but it's like it's mind blowing. I don't know how long these chapters take. And because time is changing, time is speeding up, there's an acceleration. We're all experiencing like the super intensity of our issues, but also like greater clarity, greater insight. Maybe a couple of metaphysical things are happening here and there. Yeah, totally fun. So, getting back to the main point, even though that composite is so much more fun to work with, you can just take the general, like if you want to see, we've just had our anniversary and the shit hit the fan. This is how to find out what the Pluto card is of your relationship right now. So yeah, figure out when the relationship was born, go to that whole doohickey and look it up. So any questions or examples we want to share? I'm getting a hit to look at the United States. Oh, my back. I'm getting a hit that somebody else might want to go see my interview because, you know, when you get interviewed by somebody who's really deep and loving and amazing, things come out. You hear yourself say things that you've never said before. And um, she was really interested in my background and how I got to this. And so if you kind of want to know a little bit more about my story, it's in that interview. It's in the beginning of it. And it only lasts about an hour. And you can go to, just put in the YouTube search bar, Bold and Brave TV, Paula Kruger, Echo Bodine. 2 of those 3 should get you there. And it live streamed last night. So the United States, have we shifted into the next period yet? Yes, we did very recently. We shifted out of Saturn into Uranus. Yes, and we talked about this. I don't remember what we said, but we are 67. We're looking at the 67th year of life. Our Uranus cards right now are the 9 of Diamonds and the 6 of Hearts. So the 9 of Diamonds would be, okay, you know what I'm going to do? Let's look at the Ascension chart. Let's look at plate age 67. Yeah. Your first cardology teacher was a Jack of Clubs. That's crazy. You're not talking about me, I'm assuming. But anyway, that's really wild. Okay, so 67. Oh, and that's in your hand. That's your Venus card, right? Okay, Jack of Clubs is number 24. And it makes a 9 of Spades with your card, I'm guessing. So 24, and I can figure out what you're saying in a second. And here I am doing 2 things at once. I wish I could do that. So 52. So all I have to do is take 48 minus 24. So that would be the Jack of Clubs plus the Jack of Clubs. Oh yeah, I remember your 5 of Diamonds because I freaking love them. Like my best friend right now is a 5 of Diamonds. So the Jack of Clubs and Jack of Clubs. I see, yes. Oh, that's so cool, Jeannie. It is so fun. Hi, Claudio. We do have so much fun. Stuart, my husband, he's like, if I'm bummed out or depressed, and as the 7 of Diamonds, like I keep thinking, oh, when I'm happy, I'll never be depressed again. I've gotten over it. And there's just this experience of being bipolar, which the cards have given me the freedom to say, I am not bipolar. I don't need drugs. I wouldn't take them anyway, but unless it was desperate, it's just like, no, this is the dance of Saturn and Venus. So he always says, why don't you do a live? That always like makes you like really happy. if I'm right on the edge, sometimes I will. It pushes me over. So the United States at age 67, we are sitting in the home of the 6 of Spades. So Man, talk about karma, right? We're about to finish this out, but I feel like the karma would be like Atlantis. Oh, Eight of Clubs. Love the Eight of Clubs. So we've been, I think we've been dealing with a lot of karma. That makes so much sense to me, the Six of Spades. So we're sitting in the intersection of Neptune, Mars. Wow. So Neptune can be like a feeling of maturity and graduation because it's at the very bottom of the grid. But as we know, it can be about illusions and that kind of thing too, or thinking about what is our ideal. And man alive, there are some days. Hi, Yo Yo. You're a Four of Hearts. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you here before. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We love you. Um, what I've seen, yeah, like sometimes I watch a video and it's about something really dark that's been going on, and I'm like, oh, and this is how long it's been going on, and this is how deeply buried, literally, it's been, and da 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 da, and I'm like, there's just no hope. And then other days I hear this really good news, and I see these amazing things happening, and then some days I remember it's just a matrix, and but it's heavy duty. It's been really challenging, and this was the year that my memory of Atlantis and Lemuria came through. So that in itself is interesting. Six of Spades. Robert Camp's book will say that we're displacing the Two of Spades, but that's just the renter of that space, right? Who lives there? Who owns the house? The Six of Spades. So the ascending Uranus is the Ten of Clubs. Oh, and you know what's interesting is that the Nine of Diamonds, that he says it's our descending Uranus card right now, the Robert Camp book. So when I say he, and he talks this way, blah, 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 it's because I use this ascension card system that I've discovered where you don't just go to the left and down, you go to the right and up. And so if we go to the left and down, we're sitting in the pinnacle position, and the Nine of Diamonds is sitting there. So we are at a pinnacle moment for this next couple of weeks because we just landed in our Uranus period. So the United States, let's see, then we go to the King of Spades. I think some really big stuff is just going to keep happening, like thunderous. I'm hearing a lot of thunder, like impact, impact, impact. Okay, the ascending, interesting, the ascending Uranus card for us right now is the Ten of Clubs. Ascending Neptune that we're coming into is the Queen of Spades. So more responsibility, opportunity for us as a nation, as citizens, to take responsibility for our contribution. Just to me, that always just comes down to consciousness, because I'm not much of a physical action person. I'm just much more about, at the end of my interview yesterday, there was like, what's your final message kind of question. And my crown chakra was wide open because she blew my mind. She read for me and she said, you're going to go into teaching much more than individual readings, although I still love that. And my crown chakra is wide open, and the message was, I just felt this butterfly effect, butterflies coming out of my head. And it was literally like the butterfly effect, the kindness that you give the gas station attendant, the love that you give yourself when you are discouraged, the kindness you show your dog. You think it's just teeny tiny. You appreciate the view. That's the responsibility I think of taking. As my contribution to the field. But anyway, so right now we're ascending 10 of clubs. So the conversation would be between the descending and ascending. Nine of Diamonds is about generosity, letting go. What's Five of Clubs ascension card? Tell me more specifically in what context, because right now I'm reading the Uranus period of the United States. So like locate that Five of Clubs in time. I can tell you about, so Melissa, are you the Five of Clubs? And if you are, I can tell you what your ascending hand is this year. And I can tell you what your card is right now, but I have to know like birthday and stuff. I can also just show you, you can just go to the left and up to get your ascension hand. So here's your Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, King of Spades, ascending Saturn card. No. I went the wrong way. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter. You go the other way to get your ascension hand. See, this is reversed. Blah. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter. Yep, it would be. King of Spades is your ascending Saturn. That's a really lucky kind of overcoming energy. But anyway, and it can also give you an ascending planetary ruling card. But going back to the Nine of Diamonds, I think we're learning, I would say that, okay, Nine of Diamonds can mean that money goes out, so we're spending trillions of dollars right now. Which is nothing compared to the money that's been spent that you don't know about, that's been going into building things like deep underground military bases and really dark shit. But there's a visibility to this because it's the karma. So it's like, okay, these trillions of dollars money is going out, and people are experiencing a sense of poverty, restriction, difficulty. But we're also being called upon to be more generous to each other and act more like a community. So that's the real advantage. So learning the lesson of letting go, generosity leads to the 10 of clubs, which is a new paradigm. Isn't that cool? It's like people are starting to make their own dog food now. And I'm like, oh, your dog looks so healthy. I said, Steve, did your dog lose weight? He said, yeah, he has lost a couple of pounds since I've been making him this rice and vegetable thing because I refuse to pay $60 for a bag of dog food. It's the perfect story. That's the perfect story for what's going on. Oh, no, it's okay. No, it's never interrupting. This is officially a Q&A. I'm really rolling because I just had an idea of something to talk about, and I'm healed my self-actualization fear. So I'm going on and on because my guides are just like, hey, talk about the United States. And that was why, because that was a very easily digestible morsel that how we can see that's working out. I kind of hesitate to predict what that Queen of Spades, King of Spades thing is going to be about, but it's responsibility is the key word. So June 25 of 76, which means you are 76, trying to figure out how old you are, 76. Okay, 7, you are... Are you 47? Yeah, because we're 10 years apart. Okay, so you're 47. Gosh, that was so informative. Thank you, guides. They're so funny. Just think of my guides sitting up there going, we know all about the cards. Let's tell her to look at that. I mean, that's how readings go. When I have a reading with somebody, they'll be like, look over there at that. And I look at it, and it's like, so yeah, there's someone in my field that knows all about this that helps me. So you're 5 of clubs at age 47. And I thank you for your questions. I know you're like, oh, should I take the whole discussion to me and my little question? But it's never your little question. It's always instructive for the group because there's a fabric here and there's always something really cohesive that starts to gel and happen. So don't worry about it. 5 of clubs, you are sitting in the home of the 5 of spades. Horizontal Neptune, vertical Venus. You're okay. June, which means you are you insane, honey? This woman that interviewed me, she calls everyone honey constantly, and it makes me feel so loved. Okay, honey, let's see where you are right now. Okay, 5 of clubs, 625. You are in Uranus as of March 13th. Okay, so your cards. Drum roll, please. And hello, Julie. I'll read your card or your question in a second. Uranus, descending. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. Your Uranus card is the 4 of Hearts, which you already know if you have Robert Camp's card, and it's in the home of the Jack of Spades. So there's a lot of transformation going on right now. Ah, your dad's the Queen of Hearts. Oh, what's that like? I was married to him for 6 years. And my husband, present husband, that sounds so weird to say that, his first wife is also the Queen of Hearts. Isn't that interesting? We would end up together and be like, yeah, they're definitely connections. So for you, Melissa, the 4 of Hearts sitting in that transformation position of the Jack of Spades is a transformation of Where do I gain a sense of emotional security? What makes me feel safe? Let me see the big picture. Maybe some big insights have been coming through about what makes you feel safe. So now your ascending would be the result of that work. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus is the three of clubs. So your ascending Uranus is the three of clubs. And what that means is writing, talking, like you will want to express your insights. You'll need to write stuff down. You're going to have this big conceptual expansion, which is very comfortable for you as a five of clubs because fives, all odd cards are like, hey, um, you're willing for like odd cards are more comfortable with the novel, with the new and the different. So yeah, does anybody else want to volunteer their age and then we can find out what you're ascending? Wow, so that's right on, huh? It's been all about security and safety. Four of Hearts is a really tough card to have, and in Uranus, it's like, oh, you're going to get thrown unpredictability, people not showing up, getting ghosted. Yeah, and then when you think about the fact that that Four of Hearts is sitting in the home of the Jack of Spades, like, I never thought about that because when you look at Robert Camp's Destiny Cards book, you can't see where the cards are sitting. You just get a list of them. But when you're able to look at this chart and you go, okay, I can figure out what my card is, but where is it sitting? What home is it sitting in? And her card right now, her Uranus card right now, descending, is sitting in the home of the Jack of Spades. So that means you got to change your ways, girl. Change your ways, girlfriend. She's like, yeah, I just started a yoga class. It makes me feel safe because the teacher is like really nice. I don't know. Okay. So I too am in my Uranus period. So I'm going to do a quick little looky poo. No, I'm not in Uranus yet. What made me say that? Because I want to be in, I already know what they are. It's Two of Spades and Ten of Spades. I have to become my own best friend and then I'll be successful. Okay, Julie is 46. Turn back one page and we find the Eight of Clubs. Oh, guess where it's sitting? You're welcome, Melissa. So Eight of Clubs, the cards around you are what has shifted. It isn't you. It's your environment. Okay, so you told me birthday, you're Leo, which means the August of 18, 19, 18, August 18th, you on March 15th went into Saturn. You're going to be there till May 6th. Saturn, 46 for the Eight of Clubs. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Your descending Saturn is the Six of Clubs. And that's what the book will say, Robert Camp's book. It's my middle finger. That's where it is, Six of Clubs. So that means kind of getting your ducks in a row. What are the agreements that you've made? Your spoken word, kind of karma coming back. Yeah, you're so welcome, Liz. Yo, we'll check you out next. Awesome. This is fun, isn't it? So the Six of Clubs, it's copacetic with you, right? Because Eight of Clubs, Six of Clubs, it's a Venus connection. Like, I like information. Oh, yo, I'm just like so curious what the new guy's birthday is. I have to look you up right now. Four of Hearts. Ooh, and we already talked about Four of Hearts. See what I mean? It all comes together. Yeah, you're welcome. So what is your ascending Saturn? Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Seven of Spades. So by kind of thinking of this will bring up like, what's my purpose? Six of Clubs is like, what's my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? Things are kind of all in order. They're kind of rolling along. So there's a sense of routine and ease with the Six of Clubs. And it may also just be something like, okay, I agreed to this before I came here. The result being the Seven of Spades, the ascending Saturn is faith, strength, confidence, alignment, like the physical coming into alignment with your values, like the perfection of how things should be. So it should be kind of a copacetic period right now, I'm guessing, for you. But I really don't know. So Yo-Yo is the Four of Hearts and born in 69. He's 3 years younger, 57, 54. You're 54. Let's pull out the 54 plate. And the Four of Hearts, you are sitting in the home of the Ace of Hearts, brand new beginning, birth, babies. You're a baby. You're a baby this year. In November, December, you're probably in Mars right now, right? Yeah, you're in Mars. You're April or March 14th to May 5th. You're in Mars. So your descending Mars is the Four of Diamonds. Do I have enough money? Do I feel clear about my values? If I have, and Julie, you're welcome. Hi, Jason. If you feel like you have enough money, and if you realize, and this is the work of the Four of Diamonds, this was the work card for my relationship. And it took me 12 years to figure out. And my constant refrain was, this just isn't good enough. And the Four of Diamonds is like the realization that you do have enough. And do you know where the Four of Diamonds is sitting? It's sitting in the home that is owned by the Four of Hearts. What do you mean, Paula? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, so here's your Four of Hearts. Mercury, Venus, Mars. This is your Mars card. And this is where the Four of Hearts lives because you're sitting in the home of the Ace of Spades. Ace, 2, 3, 4. Wow! Well, that's a confirmation. Okay, what's the ascending Mars card? So you go the other way. King, Queen, Jack. Mercury, Venus, Mars. Jack of Spades. Position is where you are. So two of you are going through a transformation because the card that you're sitting in is, this is the position that you're sitting in right now, what you're experiencing. And the Jack of Clubs is sitting there. So it's another Jack, which means transformation of the mind, of the psyche, of the paradigm is shifting. So if I have enough and everything's enough and I can pay my bills and everything's okay, and I've begun to answer the question, what's really precious and valuable to me? Like, what's the bare minimum? And then you begin to see, oh my gosh, like, I'm healthy. I have really good friends. I've got the coolest dog in the world. My couch is okay. My fork worked today. And you're like, wow, my life is filled with blessings. The result is the Jack of Clubs for you, which is, it's really fun. Like, I am the Jack of Clubs as a teacher. Like, they're fun, they're funny. There's a quick-wittedness about the Jack of Clubs. There's even a kind of genius about it. So this could really stimulate you to be like, well, if da 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 is true, then maybe I have this freedom to move in this direction and create and come up with all these ideas and stuff like that. Yo-Yo, thank you for letting me read you, because you're a Four of Hearts and they have a need to feel safe, and you have exposed yourself with strangers. So we thank you for your vulnerability, and I wish you well on discovering all that fun Jack of Clubs energy, like when freedom to move and to let go. Yes. And also find the humor in the situation. That's what the Jack of Clubs is about. All Jacks have a Uranus energy, which the gift in it is to be like they'll sit on the outside of the room, they'll sit in the back of the room, and they'll be like, yeah, whatever. It's a comfortable place to be. It's not attached. I don't have to get involved in the drama, and I can see the humor in the situation. Oh, yes, this is so fun. I love it. Anybody else? I'll do one more, and then maybe I'll go. Do we have Raymond in the house? Is Ray here? Because he missed, like, he had to go and he missed my last one. But anyway, to those of you who have just joined, I scheduled my class and I posted it on my website. So you can go to, I don't know why I talk out of one side, I don't know. So you can go to itiskismet.com and go under courses and you'll see the class. It's $40 and it will probably be the first of several, because I came up with so much information for this class that I'm like, we're going to have so much fun just connecting and talking to each other and getting into our stuff. That part of the class will be instruction and covering information, but then we're going to apply it and like think about it. Oh, thank you. So I really like, I've decided I have to go ahead with this class no matter what. And I had to schedule it because I did this interview and now I have people interested in me now and looking for my stuff. So I was like, okay, this is the time. I have to do this. So even if I just get one person to sign up, even if I don't, I'll make my husband take the class. And my daughter, doing anything? I'll send you the link. I would get a bunch of takers in my family because I'd give them like readings and stuff. But anyway, so if you missed the first part of this, you might want to go back because we had, oh, Teeny, it's going to be so fun to meet you. Go back to the beginning because it just occurred to me. My daughter asked me a question, um, and I was like, I have to do a video of this. So think of the time that your relationship was born, and I guess with your mom that would be your birthday, but I don't know, when was your relationship born? And then use your composite card and look up the age of your relationship according to your composite card. So their composite is the 10 of hearts. They got together about 2 years ago. So I'm looking at a 2-year-old 10 of hearts in their Mercury period. And it was a mind-blowing quick read. It was like, oh, this is what you're dealing with. And I just put all these little bits together and it's so fun and useful, which makes me want to do that. And then if you get these things out, then you can look at the ascending possibilities and not just, the like rolling around in the mud type stuff dealing with your issues. Oh, and I'm gonna like plug my book for a second. If you want me to send you one, like in the mail, I think you can go to Amazon and get this book. If you want, it's $13. And if you want like a little quick reference for what the cards mean, like I found a 4 of spades in the parking lot and I just wonder what does it mean? This is useful for that, but it also teaches you how to go through and give yourself a really in-depth reading. For it doesn't have any ascension material in it because I didn't know about that yet, but it can teach you to give an in-depth reading to yourself about a given 52-day period. So that's what the book is about. And if you want me to mail it to you, like sign it and stuff, we can do that. Like go to my website and you can go to either courses or Cosmic Connection, and then you can find my phone number, and then you can text me and give me your address and stuff like that. Really? Oh, hi, Jack of Clubs teacher. That's so crazy. Hi. So anyway, yeah, I wrote this in 2017. It actually happened. Yeah, that would be so much fun. So you can go find my phone number. I hesitate to put it in here because it's just like, I don't know, should I do that? People would be like, no, don't do that. Like if you want the book bad enough, just find me. You can find me. Oh, you can also see if you email me, there's much less of a chance that I'll find it because I'm ADD and I just don't check my email. And I don't even think I have that in there. So go to my website. It is kismet.com. Look at my courses and then, yeah, I do have a book. I'm kind of amazed that it actually happened. My buddy, my 6 of clubs buddy, helped me actually get it into Kindle, and then it's just as mind blowing that they turned it into a book. And there's a very nice picture of my parents here. There's this very boring picture of me. I took that at Starbucks in the evening. It was too dark. And then here's my mom and dad. So anyway, yeah, $13. You can't go wrong. So teacher L, are you the teacher? Are you the Jack of Clubs? I want to be able to give you just a little piece of information and exchange some energy. So why don't we go with Merging Spirit Girl Boss Goddess Sharon. Hey everyone. 2 times in one day, right? Ah! So you are the teacher archetype. I call the 10 of Clubs the paradigm shifter. You're the 10 of clubs? She's like, I'm not the jack of clubs. I don't know who you're talking about. So yeah, Jeannie said that your teacher is here. Your son is the jack of clubs. Well, let's talk about the jack of clubs because Elle, your adolescent creative, you're Lacey. Hi, your adolescent creative archetype is the jack of clubs. Clubs represent the adolescence of life, the time that we're taking in a lot of information. It's the swords. Oh, okay. Um, and when you think about adolescents, they're always the one cracking jokes. Oh, Tam, I'm the jack of clubs. I was watching in my projector and had to get my phone out. Okay. And your daughter is the jack of clubs. Oh, isn't that so fun? I had like two or three boyfriends, I think, that were the jack of clubs, and like it was fun for a while, but they ended up just being really immature. And my husband is a club, so he manifests his club a lot. Like when I ask him, I was like, honey, can you just like say something really nice to me? Like, am I pretty? Or like say something really nice. And he goes, your skin is soft. And I'm like, don't be a jack, be a king. Be like, I really cherish you. You have such a sensitive spirit, and I appreciate your kindness to me, or something like that. So club males tend to be in the jack more than the king. And that is why in this mundane spread here, the jack has to move from to the king. That's his Jupiter card. But he has to go through what I call the slough of self-despair. 9 of diamonds, I'm worthless. 7 of spades, it can't be done. It's impossible. I'm so discouraged. 2 of clubs, negative self-talk. Well, you can transform all these to be like, I'm precious and valuable. 9 of diamonds, I can be generous. I can just let it go and surrender. 7 of spades, I have faith. I trust. 2 of clubs, I'm going to be a clear communicator and learn to be nice to myself. And then you gain mastery. And that's what all like clubs have to go through. All of them. Not me, though, because I'm a diamond. Jack of clubs are my descending Pluto, so they like. Anyway. Oh, composite. This is very interesting. Between the jack of clubs and the 10 of clubs a few lives ago. Oh, okay. So 10 of clubs, let's get our handy little Stephen Meyer. I was married to a. I never thought about this. I was married to a Steve Meyer. He was the queen of clubs. And this guy is Stephen Meyer. Maybe that's why I'm like, whatever. I read his book and I'm like, whatever, dude. It gets so snotty and my shadow comes out. Diamonds can be so condescending. I'm really sorry about that. I apologize on behalf of all diamonds. Okay, so the 23 plus 24 is 47. Their composite is the 8 of spades. So you put those two together, and the composite card kind of represents the purpose, what you're reaching for, what you're going to be learning together. And the 8 of spades is about strength, quiet confidence. I don't know much about it because it's really rare. Oh, you catch me when, well, you be careful. You watch the road, girlfriend. Don't laugh too hard. So is this a romantic relationship? So I think we can glean a lot more from, I know what we can glean more from. I'm just going to go straight there. I was going to say you could look at the hand of the 8 of spades. I was going to say being in the Jupiter line, you guys were busy, busy, busy into a lot of things. And then this Ace of Hearts, this baby card that sits right next to it, like I've known some 8 of spades that can be like really childish. Like they seem all like mature, old soul. Oh, you're like all impressed. And then they're like, see me. And they're just like very, very childlike. And this is where there's some very essential contrasts. Oh, thank you, Tam. I really appreciate that. Okay, but the more interesting thing to do, and Tam, do this with your students if you're giving reading. Try this. This is mind-blowing. So this guy introduces this concept. So I give him credit for this, but his interpretations I don't gel with at all. But here's the thing. And would somebody like to give me an example? I figured it was rare because no one really talks about the 8 of spades much. But there will, very strong will. Oh, why is my battery not plugged in? Thank you, computer, for telling me that we were about to crash here. So the composite work is really fun because you can find out here's our composite, but then here's the lesson of the relationship. So Tam and Jeannie, could I take you guys for an example? And in that case, we would add the Jack of clubs, which is 24, to the 5 of diamonds, which is 31, and we get 55. Subtract 52, you get the 3 of hearts. That's my composite card for today, which is really weird. So 3 of hearts is, threes are all about expansion and possibility. Okay, but here's the more fun thing to do. And I'm sorry, this pen is really, you can't see it very well. 3 of hearts. Okay, so what you do to find out the work that you have in the relationship, the Jack of clubs work with this relationship is you take the 3, the value of the 3 of hearts, plus 24. And so 27, that's the ace of diamonds. I just have that kind of brain. I remember random shit. I don't know them all. So your work is the ace of diamonds in this relationship, which is to, I don't know, find new things of value. It brings up new desires for you. Like it opens up the horizons and you go, oh, I want this and I want that. And all as a result of interacting with the 5 of diamonds. The 5 of diamonds composite is 31, 32, 33, 34. 34, I think that's the Jack of diamonds. No, because 33 is the 7, so it's the 8 of diamonds. Is that right? Yes. So your work in this relationship is the 8 of diamonds, which is about getting really, really clear about what's important to you, what you're unwilling to compromise on, maybe some clarity about money, how much money you want. It's a, is strength. So anyway, yeah, so I don't know how long you guys have known each other, but this little thing, this little formula is incredibly revealing for very, like, the more long-term the relationship is, the more deeply the more deep insight you can get about the relationship and like what it's all about, why it feels so different to each person. So anyway, kind of running out of gas just a little bit. Does anybody have any other question? Or like something you want to look at? We've covered a lot of interesting material today. And the fun thing about the cards is like there's so many different directions you can go. And it's an interactive living system. So there's so much that you can learn from it just by letting it guide you. And I really think it morphs with time. So 2 videos ago, oh, you're so welcome. 2 videos ago, I shared my remote viewing question. So I wrote myself these little remote viewing tasks. I took a class last year with John Vivanco. He's great. Put them in a box, pull them out. And about a week ago, I did this tasking where I asked myself, what's the origin of the cards? And I talk about that 2 videos ago. I think it's titled Remote View of the Cards. And it's just so cool. My guides always, whoever helps me when I'm remote viewing, always gives me the most esoteric information. But they did give me a couple, like maybe 1 or 2 really practical details. But the truth is, it's a very esoteric system. And yes, it was aliens. And it was given as a vibrational composite of essential truth. And then with time, it morphed into the system to match time, because that's kind of the one consistent we've had on the planet is, for the most part, how many days it takes us to go around the sun, our calendar. And with each different calendar, it morphs. That question got answered for me when I looked at this guy's shadow. He calls it the shadow spread, and I would rather call it the moon, because it's based on the 13 moon cycle. So the first month and the last month, your birthday would be the same, but then all in between there, it starts over with every month, but starting with, 13 months, which makes me the 4 of clubs, which is really cool because I need that card in my life. Okay. Of 5 of clubs, you were with the 4 of diamonds. It was a nightmare 9 of spades. Yeah, my son hooked up with the jack. He's the jack of spades, and their composite is the 9 of spades. And I was like, honey, just stop. Just stop. I hope they do. It's got other possibilities. Do you know what house Jupiter is in for you? 10th house. Jupiter is in Cancer in the 10th house. My whole chart is upside down. So my house of self and relationship is house of career and home is all of it is like that. And I have a stellium in Cancer. Jupiter, Mars, and Venus are really close to each other in Cancer in the 10th house. Oh, it's a question related to remote viewing. Oh, okay, good. Please ask. I love to talk about remote viewing. Jeannie says, how about day your composite between, yes, between you and your Jupiter card. She's the composite queen today. Kathy Holmes, all the planets line up. That's interesting. Okay, Jeannie, I have to ask you my composite between my and my, so that would be 33 plus the 9 of clubs. I don't know why we're looking at my Jupiter, but I like it. I like it. So 22 plus 33, two master numbers is 55, which is the 3 of hearts. That's the third time it's come up. My composite for today is the 3 of hearts, and it's really weird. Okay, so my composite with my own Jupiter. No wonder I have issues around self-actualization, and this was a Jupiter issue. Being interviewed, expanding, having my audience grow, posting my class, monetizing it. It's all Jupiter stuff, and that's my ascending Pluto, is the 3 of hearts. So I don't know much about the 3 of hearts itself. Do you guys? I mean, I don't know a lot of people who are the 3 of hearts. I've studied them. I think Denzel Washington, I love him. I know he's also the 5 of clubs. Okay, Elle. I'm looking. We are friends. If I feel, if anything, the 8 of spades would make us work on the relationship in general. Yeah, work. It's a good work vibration. Like it genuinely takes two to tango. If both aren't working towards building, then there will be no relationship. Right. And I think as a result, you're going to really discover your strength, because our composite is the 10 of spades. And what we're discovering is success according to our own definition. I was looking for you on Instagram and couldn't find you. I have my phone right here. I think it's Kismet cards. Thank you for bringing that up, because I'm trying to figure out what should be my first video back on Instagram. Okay. Let me go. Okay, your story. Oh my God, it has all my videos that I've taken on my, I don't like it having access. Anyway, sorry. I'm just looking for an icon or something that's going to show you. Okay, cardology. Kismet cards, cardology. I don't know if that will help you find me on Instagram. I have over 500 followers. Oh my God, I never post anything. Okay. I will, I promise though. My business partners posted a lot, so there's a lot of really fun things there that they've already got. I'll just repost some stuff. Okay. Sharon, oh wow, I have a stellium in the first house of Aries. Yeah. Wow. Aries, and should we pray for you? Because there's gonna be an eclipse in Aries. That's a lot of Aries. Make sure you what's the element that helps with fire? Fire. Earth and water. Also, metal contains fire. Jason, wow, I know less about astrology than the cards. Another teacher taught about how Jupiter being the 6th house, in the 6th house. Oh, that's strange. Yeah, I don't know much about that. Because that's a Virgo. Yeah, Virgo and Jupiter, there was a connection there because I think Jupiter used to rule Virgo. See, that's why I picked Jupiter, right? It is, and it lines up, like you said. It is for me, Jupiter in the 6th house. Yes, I know. Oh, it's in your 6th house. He teaches that it related to remote viewing, that you went, oh, I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. If you have your Jupiter in the 6th house, it makes you a good remote viewer. Okay. I'm a pretty good remote viewer, but I've been exercising my psychic abilities forever. Not forever, but, for, like, at least 20 years, and my Jupiter is in the 10th house, so I don't know. I am Scorpio South Node, so it's a lot of past life ability. I can't figure out how to pay for the class. It shows the options on top, but nothing happens. I'll try for my laptop later. Thank you for telling me that. I don't know. Can you do add to cart? Add to cart, and then, like, I went through and I just applied my coupon code, which lets me get it for free so that I can just kind of go through the steps and see how it works. And it worked for me. So let me know if it doesn't work out. You can always send me a check in the mail, right? Like, we've forgotten about analog life. I'm going to follow. I need more cardology friends, right? I know. You know what is a real bastion of cardology people is Clubhouse. That's where I met a lot of people. There is a huge card community on Clubhouse. And I'm not on there because it's like I just feel like with my ADD, I can only do so many things. I had to have my arm twisted to add Instagram back into my life. Water, anything that grounds. Yeah, anything that grounds to help with this. Should we talk about the eclipse and the King of Diamonds? Jupiter in the 6th brings a lot of expansion in the areas of work, health, and routine. Yeah, and maybe Jupiter is like that ability to expand into whatever you're looking at, remote viewing wise. The Cancer's telling him and bringing routine to your spirituality strength. Oh, yeah, routine would change my life if I let it. My wife has Aries all over her code. My moon is in Aries in the 7th house, and so far it's okay. I mean, it was very, very, very difficult for years, but it's really good now. You did add it to the cart and it didn't work. Yeah, shoot. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and the key word for Sag is I see. I see the connection there with remote viewing. Right, and it's curious. It's like its glyph is like, I'm going out there to explore things. It's like the traveler, the adventurer. Oh, that makes sense. See, I had to feel really safe before I did the remote viewing thing. I was like, I have to make sure I'm protected and everything because that's the Cancer energy, and I feel really protected. I love Sag. I'm so attracted to Sagittarian energy, but I don't think I have any. What is the 9th house? Yeah. I think my North Node is in the 9th house. So it's like I need to add that to my personality. And it took you to check out, but then it wasn't obvious what to do. Well, my number is there, so you can text me if it comes down to that, and we will figure it out, Jeannie. So I'll at least have one person in my class. I feel like who's Wayne's buddy? I feel like him sometimes. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go now. Important text document enclosed. Like, whatever. Yeah, this matrix is gonna change, isn't it? Okay. Well, I love you guys. Thank you so much for participating. This was really fun, and the energy really shifted. So that's what we can learn about the Three of Hearts, is that there can be a big dramatic shift and a change because it's in that very dynamic house of the Ace of Hearts, which is the Ashe energy of like initiatory, like creation, like the downstroke. Tam from Clubhouse? Are you in Clubhouse, Tam? That's wild. I love that you're finding each other. It is a fairly small community, isn't it? Awesome hangout. I will have to go back and catch the beginning. It was fun. Did you say Ashe? The Three of Hearts, Ashe? Then you know what that means, that downward stroke, the Buddhist, you have a Buddhist background thing because that downward stroke is called the ashe, and it means do it. That's why Nike borrowed it. Oh, thank you. I'm really glad that I did too. Again. Talk to you guys later. Oh, you're here, Ray. Good. Good, 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 good. I'm glad that you're here. Maybe we could look at you and your wife's composite next time, huh? That'd be fun. Two of spades and king of hearts, right? Okay. Endless, isn't it? Endless, endless. Okay. Tell her I said hi. Bye.